Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, adventurers. So nice to have you with us. We have a very special broadcast coming your way. And without further ado, here's our sailor girl on the ground for the finish of the Vendée Globe, Kass. Tell us what is happening out there. It's so great to have you with us. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's a bit late, but it's so exciting. I don't mind being up in the middle of the night. Just over my shoulder, you probably can't see it, but about 500 meters off is Medallia, Pip Hare, closing in on the finish of the Vendée Globe.
So exciting. For those who have just joined us, actually, when we're about to go live, Kass let out this little, whoa, I can see her. It was amazing because, I mean, how many days has she been at sea now, Kass?
I believe it's 95, 96. You'll have to tell me.
I
it's
can
all
tell
blur.
you.
I'm sure
I'll tell you.
Even more blur for her.
Yeah, exactly. And she's got about less than 2 nautical miles to the finish line. So that's pretty exciting too. How cold is it? No snow yet.
No snow yet. It's forecast, but we are on a lovely, thank you very much, Veneto, 35-foot Veneto motor yacht, brand new, and they're really taking good care of us. So it's very warm and toasty downstairs. But
fantastic.
I thought I'd come up to get naked eyes on this boat. Yeah.
Indeed. Oh, look. Might be joining us, we're just going to say a big shout out to Kass because she's been putting in the hard yards. What time is it there, Kass?
Oh, I don't know. 2 something.
Time is now obsolete.
Yes. Time to celebrate.
Time to celebrate. I love it. And on that note, I've just shared the post before we went live about Pip's secret. What do we think Pip's secret is?
It's not a new sponsor.
Windy.
I don't know.
How windy is it, Kass?
Well, this is the American of the motor yacht. Last I heard, it was in the teens.
Teens. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Are you seeing anything there?
Yeah, got lights. Lots of lights. How many boats are out to meet her, Kass?
I'd say about 20.
Awesome. So for those who don't know, Kass will be finishing 14th overall in her first Vendée Globe.
Pip.
Sorry, Pip. Kass is reporting. You wish. Pip, this is her first Vendée Globe. I believe she's going to be the 8th. Actually, Conrad just posted that. Yeah. Indeed.
So I believe she's 19th.
19th.
19th in this race. And the second woman to finish this race. And the first Brit.
First British. Love it. Not many would have expected that at the start, would they, Kass?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Now tell us a little bit about Pip. Her sponsor's Medallia, but I think you posted a picture earlier today of you with Pip when she still didn't have a sponsor a year ago.
Yeah. So about a year ago, she came and gave a talk at the Royal Leamington Yacht Club about her journey. And at that point, she was self-funding and crowdfunding, and she had small businesses, many of them based in Poole, chipping in to sort of just keep her ticking over. But she really needed some extra cash to get the final distance to the start, and she was very surprised just out of the blue to get a call from the CEO of Medallia, offering her title sponsorship. That was a great relief.
Yeah, I bet it was, Kass, and it sounds like Medallia will support her in the future again already. She hasn't even finished yet, but they've loved her journey so much.
Sorry, are you? Alright, let's see if I can get a better view.
Go, girl. Oh, we've got quite a few people tuning in, which is great. If you've just joined us, we're just waiting for Pip Hare to cross the line. She'll be the second female, the first British person to cross the line in this edition of the Vendée Globe. Excellent to have Kass on the ground. There she is there. It is, let me work it out. What time is it? It is 1:49 a.m. for Kass. What a legend. Good being able to watch this. And no snow yet. Kass was getting ready. The forecast was for sleet and snow for the finish, just to make it even more fun for Pip. There she is on court tack coming into the finish. I'm just going to check the tracker for you, Kass, on the Vendée Globe app. What have we got? She's on her final approach here now. And just over a nautical mile to go, about 1.5. 8.5 knots reaching into the finish. Sounds good. Oh my gosh.
Are you getting a decent view there?
I am. Looks like you're right in the middle of the boat. I can see a life raft just in front of you, but then we can see the lights shining up Pip's boat every so often. There we go. Beautiful. So we were talking about just before, Kass, that it got a bit windy on you, but essentially Kass didn't have a sponsor just a year before the start of the race, and Medallia have come on. This is one of the oldest boats, or if not the oldest boat in the race.
I believe that Alexia's boat is
the oldest.
Slightly older, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the
but
oldest boats. And she's done so well.
So we have actually been taking a bit of spray over the front, so that's fun. Way up here.
Don't get wet, you'll turn into an icicle. Hands, Kass.
I've just put my gloves on. Funny you should mention it.
Good move.
So, yeah. I've got my phone on a broomstick.
Perfect.
Which I'm having to support with both hands.
You're doing a great job. Looks fantastic.
Sat on my feet, sort of on my knees.
Great job.
Trying to keep low and stable.
I feel like I'm training to go skiing when I'm doing live crosses, Kass. It's like continual moguls. Just waiting for the app to refresh. I'm living with you guys too. Okay, 1.2 nautical miles to go to the finish for Pip Hare. Yes! some water going over the deck. Kass, I can see what you mean about spray. Fantastic. So yes, she's in 19th place, Pip. And that means she's still got, I'm just rolling through the finishes that you have coming up. There's still 25 boats. Well, there's 25 boats that are still racing and or have finished. So Alexia's 24th.
Yeah.
Yep. And Miranda's in 22nd. So, and then of course Samantha Davies is retired but still continuing on, which is pretty incredible in itself.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Sam and Isabel coming in. It's going to be quite an event when they come in together.
Yeah, the two girls still racing that are retired. That will be just brilliant. Just looking at where they are now, Sam Davies is just north of the east coast of Brazil, as is Isabel just behind her. And then Alexia is still racing, but actually behind those two, as is Stark. Ari.
I don't know if you can see Pip's just, been up on the foredeck and just walked back into the cockpit.
Fantastic. Enjoying the moment.
Just gone down below for something.
Yeah, David Leonard said a bit of swell out there, and indeed there is a bit of swell. Lots of people tuning in from the UK to cheer her on, which is just fantastic. Pip the Adventurer, far out, indeed. And indeed we will be here to see her cross the line. Just going to check on her progress now. It is less than 1 nautical mile to the finish. Holy moly.
Less than 2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes. There we go. Exciting. 7.9 knots. Just looking at the heading to coming in on a beautiful reaching angle there on port. May as well do a reach into the finish if you can. You don't want to have to do an extra tack if you don't have to.
Ah!
Whoa! Stay with us.
Sorry. It was just a bit of a cold splash.
Good. Showing us what the conditions are like.
I've got Rupert next to me with much more expensive camera equipment.
He's been working.
Oh, and he's got a great big whistle as well.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, so 2 metre swells at the moment reportedly. 18 knots, a breeze east southeast for those who are interested on the conditions. And we might just listen now, because hopefully we'll pick up a bit of the radio chat as Pip comes across the line to finish the Vendée Globe. Just fantastic.
That's it!
Unbelievable.
Where is she?
You tell us when you can see her, Kass. Be easier for you, but
Oh no, she's okay. She's on the side deck, the port side deck.
fantastic.
And I think any minute her team rib will come alongside. There she is, waving.
Oh, awesome! Yay!
Now going below to make a cup of tea.
Excellent. The official broadcast is also continuing on the Vendée Globe page, but great to experience this with Kass, who does know Pip and was there at the start of the foundation of the campaign. So and Rupert knows her quite well too. And just getting some information for you guys on the distance sailed as well and the days at sea, specifically on Pip for you. I believe, come on website. It doesn't like working when I'm also live streaming. It's really fun. There she is. Finished. I love it. It says 0 distance to go now on the tracker, which is always a bit of a relief. And then Vendée Globe, 95 days, 11 hours and about 38 minutes. So that's an incredible amount of time at sea. Brilliant. Of course, following the record that was set by Clarice just a few days ago for women. 6 in this race, which has been beautiful. How are you feeling, Kass? Tell us what it's like to be there. We're all jealous.
Speechless. But just so happy for her, and yeah, I would say unbelievable. It's totally believable. I mean, she's one of these people. She does what she sets out to do. Doesn't let anything stop her. So, I never had a single doubt.
Oh, that's so lovely. And of course, I'm sure she'll be very thankful to all of her supporters over the next few days. We can hear a few of the calls out to her, Kass. So gorgeous.
That's Rupert.
Go, Rupert. I love it. So
I'm a bit surprised nobody's on board yet, but
she might be enjoying her time on her own before she's got a lot of people wanting to talk to her. She's been very popular over the course of this race. She's so honest too, even in the last 24 hours. Yeah, I think she had about... Yeah, but 24,296 miles. She's almost at the finish, a day from the finish, so to speak, and her fro blew up, the poor woman. So off she goes again. She didn't stop, and you told me she had issues with her heater, and it's freezing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, early on, one of her 2 hydro generators packed up, and then she was having concerns about the second one sort of lasting. So she decided to conserve her diesel so that she could use her generator, and that meant not using the diesel for her heater.
Yeah.
And so she was without a kind of external heat source for the whole Southern Ocean. Well, in the entire race.
Far out.
I'm hoping for her, we'll find that she'll say that in these last few days when it got really cold, since she was so close, maybe she was able to use, had some diesel left to use the heater, but...
Which would have been ideal, yeah.
Possibly not, yeah. She probably just got used to it by that point.
It's all about prioritising, isn't it? I mean, you've done quite a bit of long-distance sailing. Nothing this substantial yet.
No. Well, no.
No? Yeah.
But
It's a whole different ball game, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. So her team is now, well, I don't know if that's her team or it could possibly be. So the initial thing that happens is the race organizers come in, and I think the measurer comes on and checks to make sure that all the seals are still in place
Yeah.
on things like her um, uh, grab bag and other supplies that aren't meant to be moved and stacked.
Yeah.
And then I think once that's the case, once that's been done, then her team, technical team, get on board and give her a break. What I mean, what a relief!
Breather.
What an absolute, yeah. So I was just remembering, Nick.
Yeah.
So when we came out for the start, we shared a rib with a couple of other supporters. One of them being Charles Hill, who was Pip's partner in the Three Peaks race.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you heard about this one. They were the first team to ever complete it double-handed. So this is a race, a sailing. It's a combination sailing and fell running race. So you sail from port to port, and then at each port you get out and you run up a mountain and back, and then sail on to the next place. And normally these teams will have some dedicated runners and some dedicated sailors, but they got the brilliant idea that wouldn't it be cool to just do it two-handed. So they did it. I think they were second, or possibly first on handicapped. And so Pip's plan for getting over the post-Vendée blues is to have a go at doing this race again, double-handed with Charles Hill, and their goal is to get line honors.
Oh, that's so cool.
So yeah,
I
don't
think I could do a running race, but I've heard of one in Vancouver where you have to sail and ski. That I could do.
Okay.
But running.
You should come to Norway then.
That's too cold. Yeah, I've got to remember this. If I'm skiing and sailing, it's probably not ideal. Although you could have almost skied there today. I'm glad it's not snowing.
I did see a video today of Stan, I think it's Stan Thurate, who's a mini and class 40 sailor in Lorient, and he also is quite a fun filmmaker, video producer. He did a video of himself skiing on the beach in Lorient today. That's worth having a look for.
Stop it. That's so amazing. Gosh, some people do some amazing things on this planet. We're so lucky to witness them. Probably got some
Rupert's
team
just getting his
members
gloves on, which is a sign of exactly how cold it is, because he's one of these guys it takes a lot for him to get his hat or gloves on.
and actually put his gloves on.
Yeah.
Welcome to being a human, Rupert.
Medallia for explanation, for contact, do you continue?
Lots of people are asking what her first meal might be, Kass. What would be your first meal after 95 days at sea?
Well, this is funny. I heard Andy said earlier on the I think on the Ellen Rura live that she has asked for a vegetable quiche with no mushrooms, which I just think is great, because she and I share our distaste for mushrooms. We're both vegetarians who
don't eat mushrooms.
Will run a mile from a mushroom. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I've shared the official stream on our page as well, so you can feel free to stay with Kass and I, or go over to the official stream. They've got far more lights than us, but it's still awesome to have you there, Kass.
Okay. So Rupert said they've brought some diesel out on a rib to transfer her to her tank. So I guess that's a a good indication of the level of her supplies at this point.
As you were saying,
using it, I would imagine she was using it all for generating power and none for heating, and is needing some more just to get back into into port.
Just to get in the port. What a champion. You know, we were talking about that earlier. She's been without heating for, what, a week? Something like that?
Oh, no, the whole race.
The whole race?
That was early on.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was already a
so you
hero.
might have noticed a lot of her videos. She has her thermos of tea that she uses. She's been using as a sort of hot water bottle.
I mean, I'm hanging on to my cup of tea even when it's summer in Australia, so... Oh, gosh. I feel like we can almost see her, but not quite. Pip! If you're watching, if everybody who's watching, what would you eat after 95 days? Would you eat a quiche, Kass? What would you want?
I would want a pizza.
You want pizza?
A nice wood-fired pizza, piping hot.
Yum. Yeah.
I don't have an oven. I don't have it. Well, I mean, like most race boats, I don't have an oven on board. So when I come ashore after a long race, I want something out of an oven. Or deep fried. That's the other thing you won't get at sea.
I'm not a vegetarian, and I'm not a hater of mushrooms, so I'd probably want a really rare steak with mushrooms and mashed potato and prawns on top in garlic sauce. Just to be specific, I'd want a surf and turf. Lots of people are saying garlic bread with cheese. Yeah, it is brutal to go without heating that long. Robin Philip Norton says if she was finishing in France, then of course she'd want foie gras.
Not Pip.
No, definitely not. Marmite on toast, says Claire Dresser. Second on the pizza, always my first go-to, says Maury. I'd want a beer and a hot bouillabaisse, says Grant Sutherland. Yeah, glass of wine, please. How awesome.
Well, she's timed it really nicely. I don't think, by the time we reach shore, I imagine the channel will be open. So perfect timing.
Channel open, quiche and asleep.
Straight in there.
Before her big announcement in the morning in her press conference.
I don't think she's going to get much sleep.
No, probably not.
I think she'll be partying with all the other Vendée skippers.
Yay! A cheeseburger, says Edward Cesar. Gosh, I wonder what I would want. I would want a steak. That's 100% what I would want. Awesome.
The other thing I'd want would be about a 40-minute shower. Hot shower.
It was funny actually because my partner's not a sailor and he said the first thing he'd want is a shower, and I said no, I don't want a shower when I get off and offshore because then I feel a little bit claustrophobic and I'm still getting my legs back. And I remember for the finish of Charlie Darlin, Dee Kafari said the exact same thing. She said the worst thing she wants is to get into a shower in the capsule. I feel like I'd want someone to hose me down outside. Just get the fresh water onto me, but I don't want to be in the actual shower cubicle. Hilarious. After long passages...
It's okay if it's small enough you can brace yourself.
Yeah, as long as you can wedge yourself in. So David Leonard says after a long passage, he wants fresh bread out of the oven. So similar to you. Plain simple meat pie and a dead horse. What's that? It's a dead horse. I don't know what that is. A 40-minute shower, you need handles on the top of the shower, says Grant Sutherland. That's the one. You need to feel like you're hanging onto the rails. Especially after that long at sea. Far out. I might look on the tracker and see how far you are. Louise Clayton says, hey, Kass Schmidt, thanks again. Looking forward to catching up once you've actually gotten some sleep. So a bit of a shout out. Oh, sauce. Dead horse is sauce, tomato sauce. Right. A meat pie with dead horse is tomato sauce in Australian, apparently. Nick Ward says 3 fried eggs, chips, mushrooms, beans, bread and black pudding.
Oh, that.
Gail says rum, hot shower, steak. Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. Where are you, miss?
So what do people think? What do people think Pip's big announcement is then?
Yeah, what does everybody think her secret is? Some people thought what you thought, Kass. She's pregnant. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Funny. Yeah. It's not sponsor or boat related.
Running off with Russell Crowe?
Gosh. Yeah. I thought maybe she might announce she's going to try and go to the Olympics, but she might want to do a different kind of race. She's actually still pointing away from the finish line at the moment. This could be a long time. She's, getting herself positioned to come up the channel, basically. So hopefully you can head on in very soon.
I'm happy to sort of take a break and come back if you like.
Do you want to do that? I think maybe we do that. And everybody in the meantime needs to think about, one, what they would have at the end of 95 days at sea. And two, what is Pip's secret? I'm going to give a prize to somebody if they guess the right answer, I think. I will give a prize. It'll be something Muster or Harkin, most likely. So,
nice.
A good prize. If you guess what the secret is, post in the comments below, everybody, and there's a prize up for grabs. So let us know what you think. Hey, Kass.
Yes.
Thanks for being a legend and bringing this to us live.
It's my pleasure. Nice to have an excuse to be out here.
Exactly.
The fuel tank, and we'll spin around and take the main down and head back in a minute.
I'm just hearing Pip on the, or one of her team on the radio, saying they're just about to spin round into the wind and take the main down and then head back.
Awesome. Well, we'll let you go and enjoy that moment.
I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we get close to coming to the channel, I think it'll be nice to. I imagine we'll probably go ahead of her into the channel. So I'm happy.
Indeed. Alrighty, gorgeous. Will you go have a break, have a cup of tea, get warm for a second, and we'll see you very, very soon. And to everybody who's watching, a big thanks to Kass, and lovely to have you with us here as we welcomed Pip across the finish line. We'll see you all very, very soon. Thanks so much. And Kass, what type of tea do you like?
Just Builder's.
Builder's tea.
Black tea with a bit of milk. Yeah.
That's my girl. Alrighty, we'll see you soon, everybody. Have a great night.
All right, ciao.
Yeah, give us, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour. We'll be back.